guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm working on a Hexicardigan, as they call it, and there's that pattern. I am using the colors red, dark pink, light pink, and white as like a Valentine's Day kind of look. So yeah. So as you can see here, I'm starting with red. And honestly, this pattern is very, very easy to work with, but I was having problems for some reason. I just couldn't figure out how to do the granny square. I don't do granny squares very often, so I was kind of struggling in the beginning, but eventually it just kind of clicked and I was able to work through it. Like I said, it's a very easy pattern. No idea why I'm struggling. You can see that here. But anyway, so yeah, I continued on and it turned out really cute. The process overall was very quick in my opinion. I'm just a slow crocheter, so you will see me working on this for a couple days, which I will be skipping forward here and there. I didn't really record every day because I didn't think you guys would be interested, because it's not that fun anyway. So there I am with one leg up as if I'm cool, which, you know, it's lame. And then I am switching to the light pink. So the way I do it is I basically, with a slip stitch, I start with a new color and then I do a double knot at the back, and then I kind of, I guess, stitch them into my work, if that makes sense. So every stitch involves the little tails in there. I don't know if that makes sense. But there I am drinking water, and then here grabbing my coaster as if you guys care. So I'm continuing on, and you kind of see that it's starting to make progress. It's starting to get bigger slowly but surely. It's getting there, which I love. And like I said, it works very quickly. It's very beginner friendly. I highly recommend anyone that's starting to make like clothes or something to wear to start with a cardigan, specifically like a granny square cardigan or a Hexicardigan as they call it. Oh, this is just my lighting being all wonky because I was working on it like in the middle of the day, so you know, lighting changes. But yeah, it's very beginner friendly. And then here I am just doing my awkward thumbnail poses. So lame. Yeah, so like look at that. It's making a lot of progress and I love it. It works up so quickly because it's very repetitive. You're constantly just going back and forth kind of thing because you have to turn your work every time you finish a row. And for each color, I did 2 rows each. That way, it kind of goes, I guess, so it could look good. And then in this part, I'm actually working on the second part of the Hexicardigan. Basically, you have to do 2 hexagons. So this is the second one that I'm working on because someone told me to do both of them at the same time. That way, you don't get bored with the repetitiveness, which in my opinion is actually a really good idea. So I did it, and then here's a little progress from both of them. So whenever I got bored with the bigger version, I went back to the little smaller one so I can, you know, work it up. And it actually helped with my, I guess, my boredom of constantly doing the same thing over and over again. Which pretty much is this pattern. And then here I am the next day. There's the progress from each square or hexagon, I guess. It took me a few days, like I said, because I'm a lot slower than I thought I was. Here's a different view. It somehow works up very quickly. I loved the end of each row, because it just meant that I was closer to finishing this cardigan. And then here's another day, which I believe is day 3. There's the improvement and all that stuff. So then I started working on the bigger one. I would constantly change from the bigger hexagon to the smaller one. And then oh my god, guys, I learned this new knot. Bam. It's so cool. I highly recommend everyone learning how to do this knot. I don't know what it's called, but it's like the greatest knot ever because it's so secured. Like, it doesn't come undone. At least to me, it doesn't. Highly recommend it. But yeah, here I am the following day in my car, and just being my awkward, cringy self. Look at that. My husband is so embarrassed. I had to work on this in the car for a couple of days, which is always really awkward. Here's another day. Just because it's really awkward working in the car for me, because I can't really find like that comfort spot. I don't know. I just need like a lot of room to work on my stuff. So working in the car was kind of a pain in the butt, personally. But this actually part is the second hexagon. I already finished the first one, which I forgot to film. Sorry. And this part right here is me finishing up the last few stitches of the second hexagon, which was so nice to finally be able to finish. And bam, there it is. And then I realized I messed up because I made 7 corners and not 6. So my husband was like, well, might as well just stitch it up and see what happens. So I did. I decided to just go ahead and put it all together, and you know, maybe I would end up liking it, so decided to do that. And then I realized I sewed one of the sleeves on the wrong side. So I was so done, you guys, you have no idea. So here I am undoing my work. Luckily it was just sewing this one of the sleeves, so it wasn't as big of a deal as when I realized that I made 7 corners instead of 6. But moving on. You live and learn, I guess. Yeah, so here it is, all nice and finished. Super cute. I was done for the night. Decided to try it on the next day in better lighting, and here it is, put on, and voila. I hate it. I honestly do not like it. I love the colors, but I hate this friggin' 7th corner. It just, I don't know, it looks too bulky. So I might redo it again. So thank you guys for watching my mess of a video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below of maybe any other projects that you want me to do. I could do like an amigurumi or like something to wear. I don't know. But yeah, feel free to comment down below any ideas you might have, and I'd be down to do it. And yeah, so I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.